I have been teaching EMI courses for the past 3 years. Introduction to Research Methods of Respiratory Therapy was the first EMI course in our department. It's a traditional lecture-based research course. When I decided to develop another EMI course for our department, I want to try something a bit different. This time, I chose a clinical course because most of our students go on to work in clinical field after graduation. I felt this kind of course would be aligned with their future career path. Besides, one of the features of respiratory therapy program at KMU is that we offer a dedicated course on neonatal respiratory therapy for the third-year students. In fact, neonatal respiratory therapy is very different from adult care. If students can build a stronger foundation and gain a more comprehensive knowledge in this area, it can really help them later on in clinical practice. That's why I decided to introduce a new EMI course for a second-year students, the basic concepts in neonatal resuscitation. There are 7 topics in the basic concept in neonatal resuscitation. Through my previous EMI teaching experience, I have noticed that students face different challenges depending on the subject. That's why I believe that teaching methods should be customized based on the course content. In our department, many students are either worried or not very interested in course taught in English. So to overcome these challenges and achieve better learning outcomes, I use a blended learning method for this course, including self-direct preview, lecture, team-based learning activity, and simulation. Okay, good morning class. Today we are going to talk about the positive pressure ventilation. So after this class, I hope you guys can understand the device that we commonly use for neonatal in positive pressure ventilation. And also we will talk about how to give the positive pressure ventilation to the baby and how to position the baby and how to use the mask on their face. And also we have to be careful about how to give them the ventilation effectiveness and how to assess the effectiveness. Okay, so let's move on to our team-based learning section for positive pressure ventilation. So let's start our first question. So which is not correct for common terminology we use to describe the positive pressure ventilation? So please discuss with your team and raise OK card when you are ready. Okay, so everyone is okay. So put down OK card and raise your answer card. Yes, we got all B. So I need one volunteer to explain why the answer is not B. So 1, 2, 3. Okay.
B is the pressure maintained in the lungs between breaths when the baby is assisted breath.
Yes, excellent. So why is the term we use when the pressure maintained in the lung between the breaths when the baby is breathing spontaneously?
CPAP.
Yes, excellent. Okay. So we just quickly review the common terminology we use in the in the positive pressure ventilation. So the PEEP, the positive and expired pressure, is the key words here. It's the pressure maintained in the lung, but when the baby needs assisted breath. For the CPAP, the continuous positive airway pressure means that the baby can breathe by themselves. Okay? So the second part that we can use is called TPIS. Okay? So TPIS is more complicated because before you start use on the baby, you have to set up the machine first. Okay? So we have to set the PEEP, P-E-E-P, and the peak inspiratory pressure you want. Okay? So if I want to have the peak inspiratory pressure as 20, so I just adjust to 20. Okay? So when you release, it will go back to 0. But when you cover it, it will be at the pressure of 20. The red one means it's over the highest pressure the baby can tolerate. Okay, so we have to be very careful about pressure. Okay? And then when the baby wants to expire the air, you release. Okay, so let's keep trying on the baby first. So same, you have to position the baby nicely and cover the mask onto the face and mouth, and you have to make sure there's no leakage between the mask and the face. Okay, so when baby inspire, you press and release, press and release. Okay.
这其实算是就是我第2次上这种 EMI 的课程。那我第1次上的是比较偏通识课的内容，那所以在上课之前也会就是有点担心说会不会就是全英文的专有名词之类的，我可能会听不太懂。那这方面老师就是在我们上课之前会先给我们一个 preview 的 homework， 那他就是让我们可以知道我们下一堂课可能会用到什么样的单字之类的，我们可以事先查好，让我们就是上课比较不会那么有紧张。那就是上课过程中，如果遇到这些比较特殊的名词的话，老师也会用比较简洁的英文再帮我们解释一遍。那我觉得这样对于我就是学习上面就是比较不会那么的担心，也不会那么困难，我觉得非常有帮助。这样。
我觉得老师准备的那个 preview 的那个 homework， 就是应该算 homework 或者是 test， 它其实对我们来去准备预习一堂课其实蛮重要，就是你有先预习过，那老师上无论是用全英文授课，就是那个内容可以让你其实可以快速的理解。那其实当中课堂当中其实也有很有趣的一个 part， 就是 TBL。那 TBL 的时候，他会让同学们先去针对那个问题去回顾，说我这几堂课当中，除了我这堂课，还有前面好几堂课的课堂当中，里面到底学了什么，然后再借由你所学的知识去回答那个问题。然后像 TBL 还会有一个环节是，就是让我们回答那个问题，然后它会让我们去有那个自信，就是因为老师也不会 care 说我们的发音好不好，那我们也会有更加有自信说我们去回答那个问题是怎么解决的，就是这个问题的答案是什么，然后也不会说想说一直非常的纠结自己到底讲的内容是对的还是错的，还是发音对或错。那其实这对我们来讲说学习都是非常有帮助的。